I love talking about proprioception. Proprioception is your body's ability to sense where your body and movement is in space. Like I just moved my hand. I'm not necessarily looking at my hand to understand what my hand did. And it's just such a vital part to keep us healthy and alive. If you're walking on the street and you kind of like stumble on something and then maybe your like ankle tweaks a little bit, but you manage to like get it all together and take the next step, that's proprioception, right? It's being able to like handle those micro movements. And if you or a family member in your house is healing from a stroke or anything that involves being bedridden for a while, building proprioception again, it's just like this mind and body connection that it's super important to reinforce. So I'm going to teach some of the movements here that if you've taken my classes in person, I just love this sequence. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it, and I really wanted to share it. So you do need a Pilates ball for this. I say this always, but I use the Coregeous ball from Tune Up Fitness. I'll put a link, but you do need one. So if you don't have one, I recommend you go buy it. It costs really probably like $10. I haven't even checked Amazon, but you can find a pretty cheap one and then come back to this class because it's one of these like life classes that we should always have. So we're going to start on in our tabletop position with your right knee on top of the Pilates ball. And we want to make things wobbly. Of course, if you're recovering from an injury, it might just naturally be wobbly. But if you're like really good in balance and you've been practicing movement for a while and you're like, I can be here steady, just make it wobbly on purpose. Like actually move your knee from side to side and move it front to back, because our knee goes through this on a daily basis, right? Again, when we're walking and we hit like a little rock, our knee like moves and it quivers. Or if you have a history with snowboarding or skiing, right? So there's like just tons of times during the day where our knee has to be smart and strong. So just do this a few times. Great. And then you'll start to put a little bit of pressure on that right knee down. Notice how it feels. And without actually doing it, just start to imagine. You don't have to look at it. This is proprioception. Start to think, oh, what would I have to do to start lifting my left knee up? Right? Notice what starts to engage in your body. And then once you start to get familiar with that, maybe actually do it. Like press the right knee down and lift your left knee. Whoop, up. And yeah, you want it to be a little bit shaky, wobbly, as long as it's safe for you. Meaning that if it's not safe, maybe you're not lifting your left knee up. And then just do that a few times and being like, okay, I understand the wobble. I can control the wobble. The wobble is actually a fun part in this. And then go ahead and sit back and let's just see how that feels for our left hand. So place the ball underneath your left hand. And same thing, just make it wobbly on purpose, right? Seeing how that feels. And this might be a little bit easier to control because we have way more proprioception senses in our hands because we use our hands so much. So we'll just turn this into an exercise. Push your left hand down and then slide your left hand forward and then pull your left hand back. And just do this a few times. Again, let it be wobbly, let it be shaky. Let's strengthen a little bit. Every time that you push your left hand forward, really push down, like engage your whole left arm and then push down to come up. Great. You're going to come back to center. Maybe remove the ball if you need to, just to step your right foot forward. Lift your left knee and then place the ball underneath your left knee. Okay. You're going to stay down here and then same thing, make it a little bit wobbly. And this is where it's different for everybody depending on your level. So if this is very wobbly already, maybe just stay here. If you feel like you can add more, go ahead and bring yourself up. And then same thing, maybe see how it feels if I make it a little bit wobbly. And we're gonna use this proprioceptive exercise to work on our quads a little bit as well. So if you can find steadiness here, have your back toes tucked under, and you're going to do the movement as if you were trying to pull your left knee into your chest. So you're gonna slide the left knee slightly forward, pull the left knee forward, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then take it back. 2 more times. Exhale, pull your left knee forward like you were trying to pull your left knee into your chest. This is going to activate your core, your psoas, and release. And then one more, pull forward, squeeze your inner thighs. If you're familiar with pelvic floor, engage your pelvic floor and release. Set both hands down. You're gonna lift your left knee up, grab the ball, step your left foot forward on top of the ball. I'm gonna do this facing you. You can stay facing the front of the mat. And then same thing, this might get a little bit wobbly. I don't have my blocks with me today, but if you need blocks, go ahead and just bring them to your height. It might make this a little bit easier. I do want to say that the more weight you pull down, the harder this is going to be. Great. And then just make the ball move from side to side. This is really one of my favorites. This is building proprioception from your ankle to your knee, to your hip, to your brain. Okay, and then keeping your left heel on the ball. It's okay if your toes are floating, but you want your left heel plugged down. Slowly start to come up to a chair pose. Again, this class really builds on strength, and it's really up to your level. So if you can't come to chair pose, you stay in your forward fold. Again, see if you can shift the weight back to your heels, and I'm just gonna add a last challenge. If you feel pretty comfortable here, lift your right heel up. This is focus. It's okay if that left heel is shaky. Take another breath, stay low, and lower the right heel. Stand up, place the ball in between your ankles so it doesn't move, and just breathe for a moment. That's the flow. We're just gonna do it on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna face away from you. You're gonna lower down and come back to your tabletop. If you like to do any sort of yoga flow or any movements to transition, feel free. Okay, so ball underneath your left knee. Same thing, just move that ball around a little bit, shake it up, pull it forward, back, pull it forward, back. We already did a little bit of strengthening on this side, so it might naturally feel different. Okay, the first one, we don't actually do it. We just start to kind of introduce this movement to our bodies. So start to push your left knee down and see what parts of your body would you have to engage to lift the right knee up. Like what starts to activate? I'm not even lifting my right knee up. I'm just like slowly starting to take the weight off from my right knee. And then as you're ready, actually start to do it. Like push your left knee down, lift your right knee up. If you've done I think it's the hip strength class, we do this movement, but with a block. It's a lot more different with the ball and lower down. And again, the challenge is definitely not to be shaky, right? You're meant to shake. It's part of building your proprioceptive blocks. Place your ball underneath your right hand, make it wobbly. Maybe push your fingers down, your wrists down, move it from side to side. And then when you're ready, start to slide your right hand forward, really push that ball down, and exhale, zip it all back in. Inhale, lengthen the whole right side of your body. Exhale, pull in. Then one more, inhale, exhale. Great, just notice how that feels. Take a moment. And then when you're ready, maybe you need to step your right hand down, step your left foot forward. You're gonna pick up your right knee, then lower the right knee down. And if you have blocks, if you need them, again, this is not necessarily a yoga class, but it is inspired from yoga movement. So I'm not, your hands can be wherever, your hands can be on blocks, or I just have my left hand on my left knee just because I'm focusing on that back leg. Maybe I lift my right foot and just move it from side to side. And again, if you're getting good information here, like this is challenging, it's good, stay here. Only if you want a little bit more, bring yourself up. And again, your arms don't have to be up. If you want to place them on top of your head or on top of your left knee, and just same thing, just move that ball a little bit from side to side. I already know kind of what's coming up, so I'm already starting to kind of like engage my core. Easier to have your back toes tucked under. And now as you're ready, imagine as if you're trying to pull your right knee into your chest. So pull the right knee in. That right knee obviously goes forward. I can feel my quads, my psoas working. Squeeze your inner thighs together, engage your core, and soften, right? I actually lift up a little bit. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pull the right knee in, squeeze your pelvic floor. Squeeze, engage your core, and soften. Last one, take an inhale. Right, when I soften, this is more like a stretch. This is kind of when we're like in a lazy lunge. And trying to change that for you. Exhale, pull in, squeeze. You actually lift up, you resist gravity, and release. Nice, release both hands down. Lift your right knee up, take the ball forward, step your right foot. I'm gonna stay facing the front on this side because you can actually see the ball. Let yourself go, right? The more I surrender my head, the wobblier that my foot gets. Make your foot forward, go from side to side, go back, go forward, and then maybe you stay here if this is challenging enough. We're just doing one more thing if you want to come up with me. So make sure that your right heel is on the ball and not like this, like your toes and your heel floating. As you're ready, start to come up to a chair pose. This chair pose is like a focus, proprioceptive chair pose. And then if you want a little bit more of a challenge, lift your left heel up and breathe. Control your body. Set your left heel down, stand up, place the ball in between your ankles and breathe. We're just gonna come down to the floor. Lift your hips up, place the ball underneath your pelvis. A little bit of proprioception for our sacrum, shear a little bit from side to side. Maybe tuck and untuck your tailbone a few times. And we're just gonna wrap up here by separating our feet a little bit and letting the knees buckle in. And just breathe. I definitely feel like my legs are alive. So even if you struggle with, circulation, or you've been using your legs a lot, or you haven't been using your legs a lot, this will definitely wake up your legs. Hope you enjoyed this class. Subscribe, comment, I would appreciate it, and see you next time.